The internet is results. It's a plethora of links popping up and options to choose from. But AI, it replaces those results with one answer, maybe sometimes three. But you're no longer able to pick and choose when you look for things and actually see the variables and the amount of results there are. AI instead is going to pick tailored options for you. So instead of asking a question and being able to view your options, AI is going to present you with those options. It's eliminating the ability of choice, the ability to see what's out there and choose what's most tailored and best for you. Hey everybody, it's Sam from AI Everyday Videos, a branch of BHNOmedia, and today I'm going to explore the topic of how the internet might very well die because of AI and AI searching. So the internet and its ecosystem was built on competition. The way that we see ads, the way that the websites are ranked, all of that is, a profit-based system that companies can use to make money on. And also other companies who are, people paying for these services can fairly have themselves ranked on the internet. We had initially what is called search engine optimization, also known as SEO. Now, this is widely being replaced by AIO. No, and that's not your panel on the back of your motherboard. No, the AIO is AI optimization. You now need your website, your information to be fed to AI. You want AI citing it. You want that being the top known information by AI. And this is a slightly, if not very different process than SEO optimization. This is going to change things not only for the websites themselves and people looking to get themselves ranked, but the large job and ecosystem sphere that has been created around these people who do SEO and website maintenance. Well, they are going to need to relearn all of that stuff and hopefully know how to optimize it within AI. Before AI, it wasn't uncommon to not be going with the most popular option. Sometimes we would scroll Google and find that other options are tailored more to what we want to be doing specifically, or have a cheaper price tag that we're willing to go for. There's many different reasons why somebody wouldn't pick the top listed result, and it happens pretty frequently. But now with AI just feeding you the top 3 results or the best result for your case, well, especially if it's been optimized to give you those things, you're no longer going to be picking things that are specifically tailored to you, just what you've been told is the best. So if you run a website or run ads on a website, pretty much anything that has to do with promoting on the internet, you've probably noticed a pretty drastic decrease in clicks, views, and more over the last few months. Now, this is becoming a bigger and bigger problem over on the internet because AI search is cutting down traffic drastically. When people search for something, let alone we're not even talking about using the AI companions right now. When they search for something on Google, already the AI overview is there. Whether it's Google, Bing, every single site has this nowadays. They've got their AI overview, which quickly gives you all the information you need and removes the need to actually go to anyone's website, have to be viewing any ads, click the links themselves. So that lowers engagement, search traffic, and more for all of these sites. Now, just to throw some quick numbers at you, sites that were ranked number 1 for search cases sometimes lost up to 79% of their traffic just because AI search overview was doing it for them. Because it does take information from the top rated website. So if that information can be quickly viewed through Google there, why would anybody go to the website themselves? Something to think about there. Now, organic traffic is also dropping 15 to 64% depending on specific use cases and search terms. Now, this really does hurt the people using the internet to promote their businesses and create things on there. AI is hindering that drastically. Now, something also in that realm is called zero-click searches. It's when a search query is made and no clicks are made after that. Now, the internet perceives that as, well, the question was answered and no other website needed to be used to help answer that, so it doesn't boost anybody's website and hinders search results. Here's a fun little experiment. How many AI citations have you actually clicked in the past? Just think about it. Give it 10 seconds. When AI puts that little blue link or the little link at the end of its answer, do you ever click it? Do you ever go to the website to see the supporting information, to see more? The answer is probably no. And even then, if you're thinking, does AI even include citations? You're not crazy because AI forgets to include citations all the time and just doesn't. hallucinates, comes up with, fake information that's not even from a website, has no citation. I could go on and on. But AI is sending 96% less traffic than Google would normally. So even when Google does its AI overview, it always links its sources, has a video right below it if it's pulling from a video transcript. It's pretty good at doing that. AI, on the other hand, especially ChatGPT, no, sir. So you're losing tons of search traffic there as well. That is a little bit of a problem. So the last 3 points I'm going to talk about in this video are some of the ones that I would consider to be the most important. Now, AI is becoming a gatekeeper. No, not one of those Instagram models or people who are really into the trendy stuff. It's gatekeeping stuff that's a lot more important, not just baggy jeans and cute tote bags. No, AI is gatekeeping everything from you. You aren't presented with all of the information almost ever when asking AI a question. You can be presented with almost everything except for what's really, really hidden when you ask a question on a search engine. Although on AI, you're only given the top results or what it thinks to be the top results. So you miss out on a lot of information. Now, you don't want some AI gatekeeper. Trust me, because if it's withholding information based on search queries and what it thinks to be the #1 rated results, well, that's going to be very easily influenced, and you're going to end up getting a lot of fake or wrong information pretty often. Now, as scary as AI becoming a gatekeeper may be, you know what's even scarier? Corporations and large companies controlling how we think and what we see on the internet. Now, if you think that the companies aren't going to be the first to control AI search optimization, then you're crazy. They have the most resources, the most money to back it, and the most availability to test what works. So we're going to see companies coming up in AI search results way, way more than organic results. So when Nike promotes their shoes as the very best through ChatGPT's search results on what the best running shoe are, well, there's probably going to be a reason for that. So just keep that in mind at the end of the day, because they're getting onto this already. Like, companies have been optimizing their websites for AI search results for years now. They've been ahead of the curve because they knew this was coming. AI search optimization has been a thing for years now. How long has Google had that quick AI overview up at the top? They weren't calling it AI overview presented by Perplexity, for much longer than I believe a year now. But before that, we always had a quick overview for search for over 4 years now. This has been a thing, and the companies have had a chance to get ahead of the curve. So always be aware of that. And now last, but certainly not least, probably the worst or one of the worst things to come from this AI hellscape is AI-based websites. No, I'm not talking about a website made by AI, even though that's probably what it was anyways. I'm talking websites designed specifically for AI. We are no longer a place. Well, the internet is no longer a place for cool websites, unique features, and fun to view and read things. No, it's going to be a mass data sheet that's optimized for AI and specifically for bot crawling and, ease of information pulling. Like, the internet is no longer going to be full of websites that are based for humans. It's not even going to be legible. It's probably going to be all binary that AI can sift through quicker. We've already seen how websites have lost their charm and no longer have these unique designs from 10 years ago to now. People like the generic, clean-cut, modernized website. They don't want unique features and flash pop-ups. Even with the loss of Adobe Flash Player, we can see that people don't care about the uniqueness of what their browser can do. They just want quick information, they want sleek templates, and that's that. And we're going to keep falling into that trend more and more. The sleeker the websites get, the easier the information. Eventually, it's just going to be a white page, black text, call it a day. If you like that and that's what you're looking for, then hey, you're probably on the wrong video, because I'm here to diss on that. I love interesting websites. I loved when we as humans used our creativity to make cool stuff. I consider my website still pretty neat, but I keep having to sleek it down, make it more modern, because that's what people want nowadays. And you should just always remember to be creative. Don't let the modernization of everything bring you down and make you feel that that's what you need to be doing. If I can hit if I can hammer 1 point home at the end of this video, if you've made it this far, keep making creative things. Fight back against this AI overhaul of the internet and make cool stuff. Make human-based stuff. Make stuff for humans, and the humans out there who are still functioning, their brains are still firing, they're going to love it. They will find it eventually. You just got to push through this AI slop. It gets harder, but we're going to hit a bell curve where eventually there's so little human stuff on the internet that it becomes easier to find again. Right now, it's just piled up with all this AI slop, and there's so much out there. The true good stuff made by humans, it is hard to find, but I think we're going to hit another point where there's so little human-made stuff that it's easier to find the good stuff again. So, just my opinion, and don't forget, almost everything on this channel is my opinion mixed with a nice little bit of fact and sharing what I find with you guys, the concepts that I've been exploring and thinking about, looking towards the future, wondering, hey, what the heck is going to happen? So if you guys enjoy that, you enjoy exploring these thoughts with me, make sure you subscribe, leave a like on the video too, and drop a comment to let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. I love a good discussion, and I will respond to every single comment. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.